السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear students, welcome to lesson number 4 in unit number 5, listening and speaking. The title of the unit, as we explained, is language and communication. The title of our lesson today is listening to. We have two learning objectives. The first one, to use key vocab related to sign language in meaningful sentences correctly. And the second one, to identify the main ideas of a listening audio related to sign language. Before starting our lesson, will you please look at these two questions? The first one, what is a sign language and who use it? Do you know the meaning of sign language and who use this language? 1 minute for all of you in order to get ready. Get me or give me an answer. Thanks a lot. All these answers are acceptable, which you check for a model answer. Yeah, as we see that a sign language is a language using hands and gestures in order to communicate or spell out words. This is a language that people can use their hands, gestures, or other things in order to communicate or spell words. Or we can say the second one, who use it. It is used by deaf people, or people who have hearing problems. They can't hear. Or people who work and communicate with deaf people. This is the meaning of sign language, and those are the people who use it. People who have hearing problem, deaf people, or people who work with deaf people. Let's start with the first objective, which we mentioned at the beginning. How can students use the new vocab in meaningful sentences correctly? In this part, exercise number 2, we have some new vocab. You are going to look at them, like deaf. We explained that deaf, people who can't hear. Blind, a person who can't see. Tool, it is easy. Pick up, to acquire or to take. Find, learn. Head, palm, it's a part in your hand. Yes. Thumb, the finger in your hand. Chin, the part under your mouth is the chin. Lip, we have two lips. Yeah. Smell, how to smell something using your nose. Yes. Wave, using your hand in order to move right and left. Speak and pat. Pat means to put your hand on something and move your hand. Will you please circle the word that is different from the others? Each number, as we see, has 3 different words. Look at them and tell me which one is different. For example, the first one, deaf, blind, tall. Which one do you think is different? Yeah, tall is different. This one is different. Why it is different? Yeah, because deaf and blind are physical problems. Yeah, physical problems. But this one, it is an adjective or different adjective. Will you please look at the other sentence, the other questions 2, 3, 4, 5, and choose or circle the different one. I'll give you 2 minutes to carry out the task. Then we check together. Okay, you can check with me. The first one is tall, is different, right? Because the others are physical problems. The second one is find. Find is a different word. Why? Because the others are words of hearing. Number 3, head is different because the others are part of our hands, thumb and palm. Yeah. Number 4, smell is different. Why? Because the others are parts of our face. And the last one, the different word is speak, because the others are movement of our hands. That's right. Thank you. Exercise number 3. Complete each sentence with the correct word from exercise number 2. We have explained the new vocab in exercise number 2. We have some vocab. Will you please look at them again? Then use these vocab in order to complete the sentences in exercise number 3. We have 5 sentences. I'll do the first one with you. Who can read the first one? Yes. Ahmed? Yeah. He uses a white stick when he walks because he is space and it helps him find his way without falling. What do you think the correct answer is? Yes. He uses a stick. A person who uses a stick because he is what? He is blind. Yeah, right. But the first one here is blind. Good. 1 minute. In order to look at the rest of the sentences, use words from exercise number 2 and complete them. Let's check the answers. Yeah, for exercise number 3, page number 95. The first one is blind, as we explained. The second one, learn. Number 3, palm, part of your hand. Number 4, chin. And the last one is pat. Moving to the second learning objective in our lesson today. It's about that the students are going to listen to an audio, and after listening to it, they are going to identify the main ideas of this audio. This audio is related to sign language. Before listening to the audio, will you please read these questions in order to choose the correct answers? We have 5 sentences here. Each sentence has 2 choices. Choose the correct one for each sentence. Have 1 minute in order to read the sentences before listening to the audio. Will you please listen to the audio, then choose the correct answer.
5.4.
In today's seminar, we will be looking at communication. Last week, we talked about languages and how people learn them. In today's session, we are going to find out more about a different way of communicating. But I'd like to start by introducing you to a guest. This is Lana, everyone, and this is Feliz, who will be translating what Lana says.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. That's from both of us.
So, as you can see, Lana is using sign language. She is going to tell you more about this and her background.
Okay. I was born deaf, so I have never been able to hear anything. I can understand when people speak, but I have never learned to speak, as it is very difficult for people who have been deaf since they were born. Often, if a deaf person is able to hear when they grow up, they learn to speak. But it is less typical for someone who has never heard anything. I use Jordanian Sign Language because I was born there. But I can also use American Sign Language too.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course. Just speak clearly so that Lana can see you.
Are there different sign languages in every country?
Yes. Anywhere that deaf people live, there are different languages. In the same way that there are different spoken languages. And sometimes families have their own way of communicating. And this is called home language. Home languages are not recognized. And usually children have to learn a formal sign language later.
How did you learn to use sign language?
I didn't learn really. I mean, I don't remember learning. Can you all remember learning to speak? probably not too well. And deaf children pick up sign language in the same way.
Can you show us some of the signs you use?
Yes, of course. Let me show you how to say happy in American Sign Language. Watch. Let's do it again slowly. So, first of all, put your hand in front of you with your palm up. Next, put your little finger near your chest and make sure your thumb is away from you. Then move your hand up towards your chin in a quick movement. It should look like you are going to pat yourself under the chin. Do it a few times quickly. This means you are happy. Now you all try.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Now look at exercise number 4. Listen and tick the correct option or answer in each case. Number 1. Yeah, Lana can A or B speak but she can't hear, or B understand but she can't speak. Which one is the correct answer? Yeah, right. B is the correct answer. Understand but she can't speak. The second one, Lana is from America or Jordan? Yeah, it is from, or she is from Jordan. Number 3 is, yeah, B, found in a family. This is a home language. Number 4, who can answer number 4? Most children born deaf will what? Yeah, right. The first one, A, pick up sign language at home. And the last one, who can tell me the last one? Lana demonstrates, it means shows, to demonstrates the sign language for what? Or the sign? What is the sign she explained? Yeah, the first one, happy. Right. Thank you. Quick check for you again. First one, B. Second, B. Third, B. Number 4, A. And the number 5, A. At the end, in order to sum up what we explained today, we have 2 objectives. The first one dealing with the new vocab, and the second one how to identify the main ideas of an audio. As a closure, who can mention the instructions of saying these 2 things? Hello. If you want to say hello to a person using a sign language, what can we do? Yeah, right. I can put up my hand and move it right and left. This is right, okay? The second one, be quiet. You can practice other instructions of saying different things or using the sign language. Thank you and goodbye.